If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
And all I have to say is, drizzle, drizzle.
They shouldn't have given you ashy blokes YouTube.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
Guys, the bottom line is this. BGS is right.
All right, all right, all right. Back in the house for a Friday, punching the clock. Um, a lot of stuff that was sent to me. Okay, so I put it together with stuff I've already had, and yeah, you put it together, we'll put some things together, and this what is what comes out. Okay, um, BFF Friday in full display. So welcome some folks in. Um, sometimes some people are getting mad, and some people are going to laugh their ass off. I might laugh my ass off on this one. Okay, there's no telling because this is funny as hell. Anyway, oh ho 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 ho! Look who's batting first. Okay, look who's batting first. The old Yankee. Okay, is batting first. Okay, Louis, what's up? Adric batting second. Quentin batting third. Trail, the cleanup man, the dusty cleanup man. Okay, bring him home, Trail. Hurricane Greg, what's up? Kevin, Luther, Victor. Hey, here's Toya, and there's my apple. I was going to ask for my apple. Uh, is it Bequade? Is it Bequade or Bequade? Okay. Saint Seer, what's going on? Inspired Truth, what's going on? Don Calypso, his white skin covers the most who sins. David Carroll, rest in peace. Rest in peace, OG. David Carroll, rest in peace. Shannon Green, what's going on? Tunnel Runner. I'm going to have to dig up some of the old David Carroll stuff, man. Bring it back. Henderson Bancroft, what's up? Martin Muhammad, WNBA contracts that paid 4 times their president's salaries rejected and called a slap in the face. Any thoughts? Good luck. Okay? Good luck. Hell, they better hope that Caitlin Clark is not permanently injured. Okay, otherwise all that stuff will go up in smoke. There's my dirty foot Jose in the house. Tunnel Runner, what's happening? Eddie, what's up? Mohanzi, what's going on? Trump will snatch Putin from the Chinese. Okay, if you keep believing that. AB, what's going on? Instant Media. Navone, Captain Obvious. ABZ, yes sir. Gundam, what's happening? Fernando's, what's happening? Prince, Jesse. Pragmatic Prime, Brooklyn's finest. Okay, what's up? W. Brizzle, what's happening? We're going to tear down that statue, man, of that fat black chick in Times Square, okay? Jason Chatterling, what's going on? Biro. Paul, DFA Fish Grease is frying Umar. I will catch her along with the replay game. She should fry him. Dave Tao, what's going on? They're using her old name. But she loved that name. She actually did love that nickname we gave her, DJ Fish Grease. Dave Tao, what's going on? Barry Hamilton, Mr. Donnie Mack, Eric Dedman, Horowitz, what's going on? Mr. J. Matt, what's going on? Black Males, Blanco, what's going on? Blanco de Negro, what's going on? Celebrity, I didn't have to. Oh, they used my AK. Okay, I heard that. I said it was a good day. Okay, got a triple double. Black Toxic, what's going on? Dusty, what's going on? Mark Bryant, Kelvin, Mel L, what's going on? As they put this on the Klingon playlist. Y'all ain't shit. Palm Beach Mike, do as you expect. Michael, what's going on? Thank Night, what's going on? A Thack Night or Sack Night? Okay. Dot Negus, what's going on? Sorry, I am going to load this by the title. Peace, y'all. Okay, well, hey. Johnny Anderson, what's up? TD Teller, many thanks to you, BGS. I got to thank you, brother. Check your cash. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, I'll check the cash app real quick. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, Asante Sana, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Well, they are. That's huge, man. I'm humbled. Well, AR, what's going on? Paying tribute for finally earning my button and to keep my dusty my feel so. Well, man, they're always attacking you, man. So I gave you, I gave you I gave you a crowbar to defend yourself. Okay, short stick, but at least you got a stick. Jason, what's going on? Panda Man, I have decided to leave the Lost Boys and become a pirate. Pirate. Nomadic Crier, what's happening? David Titus, what's going on? Brother John, online, online account. Okay, I'm listening. What's up? Ain't seen you in a while, man. What's going on? Sid Owsley, what's going on? Asex, what's going on? Paulos, what's going on? Measly Me, what's going on, Measly Me? Pirate Broadcaster, what's going on? Oh, you read it, really, man? Okay, you must have really enjoyed it, man. You read it in one night, okay? Yeah, if you want to know about semen retention, and in fact, I heard like three medical doctors that specialize in that, okay, about semen retention and controlling your ejaculation, okay? They all reference that book. So what he said in that book and how you train, okay? I'll just say this, okay? That book, the exercises, get you a fleshlight, okay? Everybody knows what a fleshlight is, okay? A little porn and practice, practice, practice. Put your reps in. By the time you finish, okay, you'll be able to master your wand. Let's put it that way. Book was called The Multi-Orgasmic Male by Montauk Chia. It's probably in a PDF since it's so old. It's about 30 years old. Yeah, Master Yao does have a course on semen retention. Okay, but that's more advanced. Master Yao's more stuff is more advanced. Okay, this one is okay. This one is more step by step. Okay, for the layman. Master Yao teaches is way more advanced than that. Okay. So basically, if you want, if you want to get on the ground, you go to Master Yao first, man. You're gonna be lost. Okay, read that book first. Do some exercises, and then take Master Yao's course on semen retention. It'll make more sense. Anyhow, let us get started. Okay, let us get started. I'm not saying that it isn't. What I'm saying is, okay, for the layman, okay, for the pedestrian, okay, you can't. I can't send a kid that doesn't know how to shoot a layup or dribble to an advanced camp, okay, to learn the finer arts. He's gonna get lost, okay. It's gonna be a waste of money. So the thing is, read that book first. The book is probably free. Do at least like 90 days practice. And then by the time you get going, okay, then what Master Yao is doing will make sense, okay? Because if you jump in it, it's not gonna make sense. No, 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 no. You no not basically not enough sluts, okay? It's too much trouble, okay? Um, and the thing is, okay, it's just like saying I'm gonna learn basketball by playing pickup. You can, but it's gonna take longer. You're gonna have to get in. You're gonna have to get you're gonna get an organized practice that'll actually advance you much further, much faster. Trust and believe, man. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Unless you've done it already, unless you've done it both ways. If you've done it both ways, then you can wax poetically on it. If you have not, then you need to shut the fuck up. Anyway, as Richard Pryor would say. All right, let me get started, man. Okay, let me start with this. Okay, because let me start with what they expect. Okay, because I got a couple of clips. Okay, let me go to video file. I think, yeah, and let's go to my folder, my stream folder, because I actually did do this in advance because it was otherwise stuff would have been all over the place. Okay, stuff would have been all over the place. There it is. There's my folder, and let us start with let's start a little milder. Let's start with this one. Okay.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but they know you deserve more. But it's not going to stop them from seeing if you'd be willing to settle for less. So when you get treated poorly, or when somebody shows up in your life and don't give you what you deserve, it's up to you to say, I'm worth more than that. Sorry, I can't settle for less. Sorry, I can't give you a discount. Sorry, I won't accept the bare minimum. No, you have to say no. Because they're going to get it from you for free, right? They're going to get it from you for a minimal investment, and then they're going to go behind your back and brag to people like, guess how much? Guess how much I paid for that? Nothing. She loved me all that big, and I ain't do nothing for her. I never took her out on a date. I never did this or that. Stop doing that to yourself. They know you deserve more. And this is why it's important for you to stand on your worthiness. Stand on everything you do deserve, because the people that can afford you will pay full price. The people that can afford you will make the investment. The people that can afford you won't ask you to settle for less. They just won't, because they can afford you. But the people who cannot, it will not stop them from getting you to settle for less. They will come and see your gift, and they will ask you to settle for less. They will come and see your love, your genuineness, your nature, and they will ask you to settle for bare minimum. There will be people out here that will see your talents and say, hey, can you do it for promo? You'll get advertisement. You can't eat off that. Stop giving away your gift at a discounted amount. Stop giving away your love. Stop letting people play you small.
And that's what they believe, okay? That's what they believe, okay? That's what they expect. And we're gonna get into it, right? Ismology says Milwaukee in the building. What's cracking? What's going on? Ismology, what's going on? All right, okay, that's one. I mean, you guys. I mean, this is nothing that you guys haven't heard, okay? It is, okay. Well, we're gonna get into it, okay? We're gonna get into it. I gotta set it up first, all right? Y'all know what's coming, but I gotta set it up first, right?
Being a 50-50 man means that you're weak. You should not be having a woman pay for her gas, her nails. You should be uplifting a woman in every way. Trust me, nobody wants to deal with a mama's boy. I should not be having to take care of you unless you can take care of me. As a black woman, I always make sure that my man has a nice little meal cooked. He get his back rubbed, that Dizak ate, because he's paying all the bills. Now, if we're just dating and you're not even putting gas in my car, I'm not doing none of that. So while y'all out here trying to clock my tea, let me clock y'all's. Cheers.
Okay, okay. But, and this is all stuff that people have sent me. But there's more, okay? These women are always equate worth with cost. Yes, they do. I feel like she's talking to us. She is talking to us, okay? She is. All right, but there's more, okay? Let me set it up. Let me keep setting it up, okay? Because we just getting into it. We haven't got to the good stuff yet, okay? And see, where's my next one, okay? Let's see. I know I had one more, okay? At least one more. Oh, I think it's this one. No, that's not that one. That's not the one. Okay, let me see my shorts. I think this. Okay, this is my shorts. Hold on. It's in my shorts. It is in my shorts.
Put me in Chanel.
Oh, God.
Like, for real, because I can put myself in Chanel, but...
Hurry up and buy. It's the first of the month, and I just paid my rent, my car, no car insurance. And I don't want to speak to it. I don't want to see it, smell it, breathe.
You're a loser.
Wow.
How am I supposed to be with you when I got these men all the time in my DMs offering me luxury cruises, mansions, all this different stuff, and then I come home to you playing video games in your underwear.
It's been hours since you've been gone.
I need $250 for the babysitter.
You need $250 for the babysitter?
Yeah. You want to go on this date, right? You want to go on a date? Want to take me on a date?
Men who have money aren't gonna complain about
giving it to you or meeting your needs. How you say you love me? You didn't put me in Chanel.
Okay, these are my shorts. Okay, most of those. There's a couple of white women, but most of those are black women, right? Okay, our women, right? All right. Most of these are our women. Okay. We've got a couple more. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, I've seen this one before.
The belief, if her belief is that, you know, black men are hard to know, non-emotional, hard to get to know, whatever her thought is around that, like that's going to impact all the way down. So if she believes that about black men, and then she feels closed off herself, and then feels like she needs to be guarded and act hard, I don't know, then that's the experience that she's always going to have with black men.
Yep.
Yes, if she thinks white men are the king and are emotionally available and there for her and do all this other stuff, she's going to feel more respected and more loved. Therefore, she's going to act different. So unfortunately, I feel like for a lot of black men, they're starting probably in a hole, whereas white men are starting on a pedestal. And if we're really getting into the race thing and you're wanting to like break that down.
Did she just say that, man? We got to clip that. I'm going to clip that one.
So if that's
black men being in a hole. In other words, the demands for us, okay? Demands for us are not for him. A translation, I will turn into a wife with payment. Yes. In other words, you have to afford my femininity, okay? These women will always equate worth with cost. Yes. Smooth, what's going on, man? How you at? Where you at, man? You still in Atlanta? And you know who's just as bad that I'm noticing, okay? That's just as bad, and they're black too. It's Nigerian women, okay? They might be worse than black women, okay? Inspire Truth broadcast, men who have money to do what? They will spend it. And say, get your passport, but no, okay? Black women in America are not transactional, okay? They're not. They aren't, okay? And say, all right, okay. But this is the next one I'm going to show you, okay? And you've seen this before because we know we have to we have to do the whole thing, right? We have to set it up properly. So now we got that, okay? That's what they expect out of us, okay? No 50-50 transactional. We got to pay. And you've seen, I mean, I can show you tons and tons and tons of no 50-50. You got to pay my bills. You got to do this, that, and the third. You got to, provide and protect, yada, 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 right? We know what they expect, okay? Out of us, okay? But guess what, okay? Guess what? Well, that's why I say rules for us, but not for whom, right? Okay. You seen this one before?
I was a little hesitant about making this video for obvious reasons, but I decided against it because I decided to make it because, you know, there are young brothers, young black men that might be needing to hear this. So here goes.
Let's get into why it's so important not to idolize none of these couples online. Y'all familiar with Rose and Brett? You know, the interracial couple that got together and, you know, supposed to be so cute online and all that stuff? Yeah, they going through it right now. Let's talk about it. When I say let's talk about it, I'm not saying, hey, let's spill their tea, because I don't really care about their tea. But what I do care about is the fact that so many of us see people happy online and we be like, oh, I want to be just like them. Not knowing nothing they really go through. This girl then said, oh, he came about to save my life, gave me nothing but good hope. Changed me and my son's lives. Even hooked up with other, like, interracial couples to kind of make it seem like, you know, all black women should go this way, too. Only to now be on live and cussing him out, going off saying how he was a bum sleeping in somebody's basement, she paid for everything, and yada, yada, yada.
So I worked in the hospitality industry for quite some times, being in in the fashion industry, club promoter. I worked in a lot of restaurants. I've been in that industry, and I thought I'd upload. This is what my resume for my hospitality industry looks like. I worked at Flex Muscles. I worked at the Lobster Club. I worked at Jeremy's. If you know Flex Muscles, she's
You ain't shit, Kevin. Not here in America. Got to go overseas and identify as a white man.
the same. Alex, the same person. She owns Hexter's. Very nice person. Very nice restaurant. Check it out. It's on the Upper East Side. Lobster Club. I don't think that needs explanation. If you're in New York City and you know upscale dining, you know the Lobster Club. Jeremy's. Basically, Jeremy's is the only upscale bar on the Upper East Side, and I was the manager there. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, see, when I became a manager at a lot of these establishments, one thing that I came to learn, and it broke my heart, and I'm not gonna lie, it fucked me up then, and it still has fucked me up till this moment. I'm not gonna lie, it really has affected the way my judgment towards certain people. But
Nigerian women, man, there's a big thing about African, saying, especially Nigerian men, tell them don't bring your Nigerian wife to the West, okay? There's a big thing going on right now about that, okay? I've got 6 or 7 videos about that.
8 out of 10 times you see a sister come in there, a black woman come in there with a white guy, she's footing the bill. That blew, like, they had me convinced with all the videos on social media that, yo, these white men are out here killing us, they're taking our best women, blah blah blah, till I got into this industry, started working, and my dude, a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy, she's footing the bill. It blew my mind when I started learning this, when I started seeing it. Jeremy's on the Upper East Side, look at it, go look it up. It's the only upscale bar on the Upper East Side in New York City. And so basically that whole, you could imagine the kind of clientele that comes there. And every time I see a black couple come in there, the black man is paying. Every time I see a black woman come in there with a white guy, the black woman is paying. And I'm like, there's this, that song, Looking for a Guy in Finance, whatnot. There's a guy that lives in that neighborhood, old money. He works in finance too. I made a video about this during the whole drizzle era. I made a video about it. This guy comes in there at least 3-4 times a week. Multiple women. Majority of the time is sisters he comes with. They foot the bill. And being a manager at
Nigerian women talk about black men all the time. They just cosplay as black women, okay? They don't say that they're Nigerian. You have to find out that they are.
Establishment. I can't, I have to be nice. I have to, whatever my personal feelings are, I have to keep. So I come, I laugh. I'm like, damn, dude, you be out here killing it. This guy called himself the Ebony Slayer. This guy brings in different sisters, 3 to 4 every week. They foot the bill. He takes them back home. So the reason I'm saying this is, young brothers, don't stress yourself. Literally, do not kill yourself trying to foot the bill for a life that you think or people have convinced you you're supposed to provide. In this world right now, shit is hard. Save your money, plan for your future, invest in your future. Don't get caught up with this whole 50-50. If you meet in this economy, if you meet a woman that is not willing to go half with you, she doesn't like you. That's all I will say. If anyone will want you to put their financial burden on you in this economy, they don't like you. And I think a lot of sisters understand that these men don't like them, and that's why they are willing to foot the bill as a way to convince these men to, I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to put my own touch on that. With my experience, a lot of sisters pay, they fund the lifestyle. That's why you can see they make those videos on social media on the first day, and you're wondering, what the hell, why? A lot of times it's because they're paying for the date. So the guy's sitting there like, look, I don't care if she's making a video. She's the one paying for it. Because as a guy, how would you feel taking a girl out on a first date? She's out there with a camera. They just let it go, because a lot of the times they're not the ones paying the bill for the date. So young brothers, don't stress yourself over shit you cannot control.
Okay. I mean, I've shown this one before, and this is a setup to what we're getting ready to check out now. Okay. This is a setup. Okay. Setup for the next one. Okay. Now this one was sent to me by Mr. Z, right? Okay. And these are two swirlers, okay, or divestors or semi-divestors, right? They've been around for a long time, right? And they really go in on black men, okay? And this is what they're saying, okay? And this is what kind of opened my eyes.
To just, divest and go to white people because they respect you too. Because listen, white dudes understand the hustle. They can get a black girl, hard-working black girl, who's color-struck, to help them pay the mortgage. They looking for somebody to help pay their inflated ass mortgages too. So they on to the desperate black bitch hustle too. A lot of these white dudes are hustling y'all. They hustling y'all. They using you educated black women as retirement plans too. But you don't see it because, he could be with anybody he wanted. He chose me. So you think you got some kind of elevated clout and he need help with the bills. He need help with the bills. Okay? Because we in a recession.
Like, I just seen this young, pretty black woman on my For You page finding out that the white man she was in a relationship a year and a half with was messing around with other women. Most of them being other high-earning black women. And they were providing his lifestyle.
Hilarious, right? So that is why I'm bringing this one up, okay? I'm bringing this up. And the let's see, and the coup de grace, okay? The coup de grace is this, okay?
Can we take a look? Yeah, sure. Okay, so
the coup de grace is this, okay? Poor, 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 yep. And they do it for Brad, and now y'all think that's bad, okay? Now this is the coldest thing, right? This is gonna be cold, okay? This is gonna be cold. I'm just a gigolo. Now this is gonna be the coldest part, okay? I found this, okay? I will teach you to be rich, okay? And this is a financial planner, right? Okay, a financial manager, okay? And guess who he has on the screen, right? It has a couple. And he gambles, should I marry him? Okay, they're not married yet, right? And so they're coming to him because she's trying to make Mr. What's his name? Brad, okay, suitable for marriage, right? Okay. They wouldn't be on there for us if we were doing the same thing, okay? We would just be dusty, okay? But she's trying to get Brad to conform. Trying to get Brad to come to heel, okay? Because he's doing too much, okay? Pull up old girl in Hawaii taking care of Brad. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I got a strike for that one. I can't pull her up. Q Savage, what's going on? Appreciate you. Anyway, we're not going to play the whole thing, but we'll get the gist of it, okay?
nervous about Hayden's relationship with money.
Realistically, since we got together, but not enough to feel like I have any say until we moved in together.
Hayden, do you trust Taylor with money?
She's so tight with her money. She's very responsible with her money. She's never given me a reason not to trust her.
Okay. Is tight the same thing as responsible with money to you?
To me, no. Me and her do disagree on that. I do think she's tight with her money in sometimes an irrational way, but at the same time, it's hard to say that she's not also responsible with the money.
So she's tight sometimes, but also responsible.
I would say it's a cocktail of both all of the time.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So you're living together, you're not married. How do you currently handle money in your household?
I think, do we is a good question. Because right now he is working part-time and trying to go back to school and paying off debt. That's primarily where his money is going.
And listen to this. Message. Okay? Remember what IBMOR said, okay? Black women want black men to be a finished product and be at the finish line, okay? And they're not willing to struggle with a man. Because I'll find it, because a white woman said the exactly same thing, right? Okay, black woman don't want to struggle love with a black man, but guess what? She got struggle love with a what? YT, okay?
So I really cover all of the household costs.
How long have you been living together?
April 2023.
Okay,
Whoa.
so like a couple of years. Okay, so Taylor, to be clear, you're paying all of the household expenses right now.
Okay. What did black women say about black men? Even the ratchet ones. The ratchet ones. I had one more. Okay, good. I'll find that one. Okay. In fact, I'll play a few more minutes of this. There's one more I just remembered I want to play. Okay, because she's paying what, 100%, right?
Outside of like $100 that I give her every year.
Yeah, he gives me like $100.
Oh, where did that $100 come from?
It was actually a compromise from our couples counselor. We're in couples therapy, and we talked to our therapist about this. And we came up with that because I don't mind paying for everything in the house, but sometimes it feels like he doesn't have any skin in the game whatsoever. So he gets to just do whatever he wants with his money, whereas I have to be responsible with my money because it's...
In other words, that's a complete reversal of the way they treat us, okay? Complete reversal, okay? Complete reversal, right? Same. That's why I played you the restaurant manager first, right? Okay. What black women expected about from us coming into a high-end restaurant, high-earning black women expected from us versus what they expect from a white man. Come on. Message.
It's our life on the line, and we kind of agreed on that.
Okay. And how do you feel about that exercise and that arrangement?
I really wish I could do more. It bothers me that she holds all the weight financially. I think ideally I would be contributing equitably.
Why does it bother you, just out of curiosity?
I mean, like her feeling like I'm not invested. I think that bothers me, that I'm making her feel that way, I guess.
Did you catch what Taylor just said? He gets to do whatever he wants with his money, while I have to be responsible because it's our life on the line.
In other words, my money is my money, and her money is what? Our money, okay? Let me interrupt this for a second, right? Because there's one more I want to play, okay? There's one more video file I want to play, just real quick, okay? So one more I want to play, because I had forgot, I couldn't remember where it was. Let's see, video file. I thought I had it. I thought I brought it over here. I thought I copied it over here. But I guess I did not. I guess I forgot it. But I know where it is. This is this stuff is interesting, okay? Here it is, okay?
So I don't try to hide the fact that I was married. You guys know that I've been married. I'm very open about that. I was married for almost 10 years, 9 years and 8 months to be exact. And people oftentimes ask me, like, will I remarry again? And even men that I talk to, they're like, you know, asking me if I would be interested in marriage. And truthfully, the only way that I would be interested in marriage is if this guy is like extremely well off and I'm put up like extremely. But honestly, marriage for a lot of women is just not what people think that it is. Like, marriage is difficult. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a woman learning to submit to a man's desires, a woman submitting to what a man wants, and maybe him being emotionally intelligent enough to see her and to want to value her. But 9 times out of 10, women who get married, they're not always as happy. So now, as a woman who's single, who's divorced, who's childless, honey, I am living my best life right now. Like, marriage is a beautiful thing if you can find the right person and you can marry the right person that has a growth mindset, that actually wants to be a husband, that's just not interested in having a wife.
In other words, basically, i.e., read black man, right?
For a lot of men, they just want a wife. Like, they don't want to be a husband. They just want someone that they can have, that's theirs, that's beautiful, and they don't genuinely take care of you the way that you're supposed to be taken care of. And for a lot of women, they spend time.
I say they are paying for the association of whiteness, yep.
Being married, myself included, literally begging for the bare minimum. Literally crying and
In other words, basically, that's the same thing that dark-skinned chick said about the bare minimum, right?
Going through the rigmaroles, like, babe, can you please do this? Like, trying to get a man to develop, trying to get a man to communicate, trying to get a man to just be more than what he is. And honestly, in 2025, there are a lot of women who are choosing to never marry. And I feel like, honestly, like once a woman gets married, she's limiting herself. Like, had I knew what I know now, I don't know if I would have gotten married, because once you get married, you're taking away all the other.
Let the winter come. Yes, what? SYSBN. Yep. Say it again, black man.
Possibilities of other men that you could potentially talk to, date. You now have a man that's going to be telling you what you can do, when you can do it, what you can wear, when you can't wear it. It's so many things, because men feel like once they get married to you, that they now can just control you, that they can just literally tell you what to do. So words of wisdom to the women: if you get married, and if you choose to, I do believe that marriage is a beautiful thing. If you choose to get married, and if you desire marriage, then get married. Make sure that you're spoiled. Make sure that he never tells you no. Make sure that you are provided for and you are put up in a soft environment. Make sure that you can come and go as you please. Make sure that
and rules for you, but not for them, right?
That you are creating a life that is going to allow you to be soft. Don't accept marriage from someone just because you love them. Love is not enough. And I know that people want to believe that. Love is not enough. Make sure that you are extremely comfortable.
There's a simp that wants to be with her, but he can't afford her.
In all facets of your life. Because as a woman, once you marry someone, if you were raised with any type of traditional value, you are inherently going to start to provide things into that relationship. You're naturally going to want to start taking care of your man, catering to your man, changing your friend group, and developing. Motherhood is going to rest so heavily on the woman. So make sure that if you desire marriage, that you are marrying a man that is spoiling you. And honestly,
you're married for 10 years, did not have one kid. Stop that bullshit. Stop.
If you are a woman, you shouldn't even date a man that's not spoiling you. If he tells you no, he should out of here. Gone. No, you're out of here. Because why would you want to be with someone that's limiting you? Especially because men want loyalty. And if you're with a man that's already telling you no, if you're with a man that's not giving you what you want, then once you get
some of these American black women are in for a very painful awakening. The world order is changing. SYSBM. Yep. The ground is shifting under our feet. Okay, and this is the only way out. Okay.
Get married, you have literally just limited yourself, because you're going to choose loyalty to be with this man, and you're not going to even be getting everything that you want. I believe that as a woman, you should be 100% spoiled. You should be 100% taken care of, especially if you decide to be loyal, because if you are saying that you are going to be with this man and you're going to be loyal, and if he's not giving you what you want and what you need in order to stay soft, you are literally putting yourself through a struggle, and you are literally choosing to suffer. You are choosing to suffer because you are now choosing what you want.
Because they don't want you in the first place, because you're not their first choice, okay? It's not their first choice, even though she's just repeating herself right about now. I just want to show you that because I had missed that one, okay? She sounds so, she is transactional to us, okay? For us, okay? Now let's go back to the video, right? With the white guy, okay? Let's go back to the video with the white guy. That's it. It is really better overseas. Yeah, because it's traditional. Okay. Yeah. Now they don't have the same damaged culture that black Americans do. Okay, that's why. So the greatest gift black man can give Keisha is allow them to buy a dog and dine alone. Oh, like I said, how's that working out for him right now? Anyhow.
That is a powerful statement. Hayden is not contributing equally to their expenses, and he knows it. But the standout moment for me is the agreement that they made. Hayden contributes $100 a month to shared expenses. And that number isn't random. It came out of a session with their couples therapist. Taylor wanted him to have some, quote, skin in the game. Now, I'm not judging them, but $100 a month for an able-bodied adult in their mid-20s is a pretty low bar. And that is part of the problem. This reminds me of what I call the plight of experts. Okay. Like, let's say you're a personal trainer. You know that the truth is to have a healthy body and build bone density and muscle mass and all kinds of stuff, you need to work out, let's say 3 to 4 hours a week, probably doing some strength training. But try telling that to somebody who hasn't worked out in 25 years. It's overwhelming. So they simply shut down hearing that advice. So what does an expert do? Well, they reduce their recommendations. Okay. Let's start with 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Forget about 30 minutes. How about just a walk once a week? How about just a walk once a month? The standard gets lower and lower just to...
Del Quavers, where have you heard me push for marriage? Okay? Where have you heard me push for marriage? I said you should live whatever life you want. When did I say marriage is a good deal for black men? Where? Okay? Del Quavers, where have you heard me pushing for marriage? I'm a monk. How am I going to push for marriage? Where you guys come up with this bullshit? Answer me. Sapphire with Jamal, Stepford wife with Brad. Yep. BC, I've seen an explosion of single black women with dogs. What gives? They don't want to settle. Okay, they don't want to settle. At least not yet. No, he's been here before, but saying is he getting ready to get timed out? Okay, when the white man loses power, they'll walk it back. No, they're losing power. Now I want to ask him. When did I ever push for marriage? Anyway, all right. I you guys are right. I get that all the time. Okay.
Get people in the door. I see the same thing with emergency funds. I recommend a 12-month emergency fund, not because it's easy, but because it gives you true financial security, especially when things are particularly uncertain. But whenever I talk about this, I get the same reaction. For me, that's totally unreasonable for most. Okay. How do you feel about those numbers?
I'm very proud of Taylor. She's done really well. She has no debt.
Okay. I'm very curious about the numbers. Can we take a look?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So let's keep in mind you are not married, but you're living together. So is your money in separate accounts?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. But for the purposes of this, you also added a combined, which is very helpful. So let's see here. Taylor, can you read off the word in bold and then the combined number in full next to it for this entire box, please?
Assets, $8,900. Investments, $83,952. Savings, $114,099. And debt, $5,570.
Total net worth?
$201,381.
Okay. I should point out that the majority of the investments are yours, Taylor. So out of 83,000, 82,000 of those are yours. The majority of savings are yours. Out of 114,000, 113,000 are yours. And
God damn it, you cannot make this shit up, okay? You cannot make this shit up, okay? And she's doing this with a straight face. I heard that. I had no problem with run that game, white boy. Run that game, okay?
The debt, $5,500 is Hayden's debt. Okay. How do you feel about those numbers?
The debt is his debt. And she's doing it with a straight face.
I'm very proud of Taylor. She's done really well. She has no debt, saved up so much money, invested. Like she's kicking ass. So I'm really proud of her.
Love that. Okay. And how about for you, Hayden?
I think for me, I'm not super upset with my numbers. It's just kind of where I am right now in life. So I'm in a very transitional part of my life. I think sitting next to Taylor as like a super impressive person might bother some people, but it doesn't bother me.
If a black dude said the exact same shit, that broad would be calling his ass Dusty. Okay, Dusty. Well, yeah, bottom shelf Brad. Okay, yes.
Okay. All right, let's go down to the income section. This time, Hayden, I'm going to ask you to read off the combined gross monthly income number.
Gross monthly income, $16,614.
Okay, so that's just about $200,000 a year in household income. Is that correct?
No.
Yeah, no.
What is the actual number?
It's
annual?
Yeah, annual.
to 68.
That was yours. I think mine was last year like 13,000.
Now this bitch is making $250,000 a year, okay? $250,000 a year. But the thing is, if it was a black man, he'd have to be making $300,000 or $400,000 for her to be with him, okay? For a white guy, the white guy's not even making $45,000 a year, okay?
So 281.
All right. So you were only off by $80,000. Okay. It's a casual, some people lose a couple of quarters in the couch. Some people forget about $80,000 in gross household income. Who am I to say?
Right.
Because I get quarterly bonuses and I didn't know how to break that up monthly, and they're not guaranteed. So that's what I was worried about.
Okay, so you didn't include them.
Correct.
So are you probably going to get the bonuses this year?
Maybe. I think
What's the odds?
70%.
70%. All right. And you think it's going to be less than the amount you got last year?
Correct.
All right. So last year you got $80K of bonuses. What would be a reasonable conservative amount to assume you're going to get this year? 40K. 50% of what you made last year in bonuses. Would that be reasonable to assume? Can you feel confident you'll hit that?
Yes.
Okay. That's your number.
Okay.
That's how we do it. We don't let indecision stop us from making projections. We pick a number. We always pick a conservative number, because if we're going to get surprised, we're going to get surprised in a positive way, not the negative way, and then we move on with our life. All right, I'm going to update this. We just added $2,500 a month in take-home pay. Okay? The income disparity between the two of you is quite striking. Can I ask what each of you does for a living, starting with Taylor?
I'm a dentist.
Okay. Hayden?
I part-time bartend and dabble in real estate.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. Okay. She's a dentist. Okay. Professional. Okay. She's a doctor. She's a doctor. With a white boy house pet. Hash cash would settle for a broke ginger. Going in. That's why I said rules for us. Okay, rules for you, but none for him. Okay. And this encapsulate everything, because how many rich successful black women have to pay alimony to white guys? Okay. How many? Okay. Including Halle Berry. She's paying alimony to two white guys. Why? We can go right down the list of all these successful black females paying alimony to white men. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this up, okay? So Taylor is holding on to her prize, very expensive one, right? Okay. Even Tia Mowry, right? Okay. Fairly successful husband, right? Great kids, great husband, blah blah blah. She left him. Guess what? Her sister married to the white dude didn't. I ain't leaving my man. White man on my arm, no white man on your arm. White tee on my arm, no white tee on your arm. This is wild, man. This is wild, okay? That's why I'm playing. I'm playing a little bit more of this, and then we out, because this is about an hour. Let me put the link in. Y'all can go watch this on your own if you really want to. I just want to drive home a point, right? He's doing the numbers, okay? He's doing the numbers. He's doing the numbers, okay? Now, do you think that a black woman would get on air? That's a 92 professional, a doctor with a black husband going over this shit. And look, she's not even angry. She's not mad. She's not mad. She got a blank stare, like, yeah, I just have to take care of him, right? Okay. I ain't watching this shit after this. For those that are interested, right? Okay. Couldn't be my dentist. Yeah. Now, this chick went through. This chick's a doctor, okay? Zaddy unlocking higher levels Pookie can't touch. Exactly, okay?
And were you both in these occupations when you first met? Okay. That's interesting. Hayden, were you earning the same amount when you met as you are now?
I was making about 3 times as much.
What happened?
I knew. I mean, that's what happened, right? I was at a job when we met. I mean, it was a pretty good gig. We were doing really well. It's a pretty popular bar where I'm from. So then she graduated from dental school. moved to Knoxville, and then I don't know, like 6 or 8 months later, I was there.
Okay. So you moved to be closer to Taylor?
Well, yeah, we moved in together. That was the point of me moving.
Okay. And making 60K, that's pretty good living. What happened to the money?
Oh, I spent all of it at 21. I was having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Is it different now?
Yeah, I'm definitely better with my money now than I ever was, making closer to 60.
Moving on. Fixed costs. What's that percentage, Taylor?
36%.
All right. What do you think of that number?
I think looks great.
Yeah, that's quite low. Usually, I recommend people have their fixed costs between 50 to 60%. And truthfully, most people are at the higher end of that, if not over. What does that tell you, Hayden?
Based off the household income, our life is not very expensive.
That's correct. That's exactly right. Your fixed costs, like your housing costs, your auto costs, they're quite low. Mm-hmm. And so what that means is you probably have a lot.
Yeah, a female version of dead ass, though. She would be going crazy on Jermaine. No money, no love. This is wild. Shout out to the pedestrians. And Dave Ramsey would be ripping in a new one had they called him. Right. Chicks financing Downs-looking ginger. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Of extra money to do stuff with. I have no critiques because if you're at 36%, I have no notes. But just to go through it, debt payments at $600. That's for your debt, Hayden. Is that right?
Yeah, I like to pay around that every month.
What's the debt for?
There's a little bit of school, IRS, a little bit of credit card.
Okay. All right. When is this debt going to be paid off?
I just had a listing go live and went under contract the next day. If that were to close, it would pay off all my debt, all of it.
All right. Let's continue moving along. We have your investments. Investments are at 9%. That's Taylor putting aside $1,000 a month in like a post-tax retirement, and Hayden is putting $83 aside. Okay.
Oh, you cannot make this shit up. David Carroll's laughing. David Carroll, man, is choking on a cigar right now. He's laughing so hard, okay? Lunch money. Yeah, basically lunch money, okay? I said, BJ Moore, I have to cover this. Wow. 250K versus how much? I went to grad school with divestors, and all the white men they chose were doctors. This is pitiful. Yep. Repeat what? Repeat what? Check his laptop for suspects.com. Larry Ricard Hodis, and the white man doesn't have to blow her back. I know he probably can't blow her back out. Okay, he's just white. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't look happy, but thing is, she doesn't look angry. Okay. She don't look angry. She's not angry at him. Just imagine he was making $60,000 at this high point compared to $40,000 that she makes. Yep. Really, $268,000. Okay. Plus, she really make with her bonuses, she makes $300,000 a year. Okay. Yeah, but Pookie's not white. Whiteness is really worth $240K a year to a black woman. Yes, it is. Okay. She couldn't find a buff Pookie working at UPS. She could. But he's black and he's dusty, okay? What did my girl say?
If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
That water wet, it's got gators in it, man. You can't make this shit up, okay? She's 4 years older than him too. Probably, okay. Mixed babies worth $500K to black women, possibly. What I'm saying is, all that bullshit they throw on us, man. And then when we try to go outside the country to be happy, then they want to throw extra bullshit on us. Like we're supposed to stay here and take it, okay? Stay here and man up and give our queens what they deserve, okay? But guess what? I played videos where the queens don't expect that out of Mr. Out of Mr. White Man, okay? I could keep playing it, but thing is that
Cool. Let's keep moving. Savings at 10%. Is this real? What the hell? Read these numbers off to me.
Long-term emergency 0, wedding 0, house.
I mean, you do have $114,000 in savings, so
Yeah.
that's like years and years of savings.
Yeah, so the zeros are because I'm done saving.
You're done.
I've hit my goal, but they're there, but I'm no longer adding to them.
Round of applause for that. That is a lovely thing to hear. I'm done. I hit my goals. It's so rare we get to say that, but you did it. Great job.
Thanks.
Okay, hold on. Hayden, how come you're putting $600 a month aside for vacations?
It's not necessarily vacations. That $600 a month that I'm putting aside is kind of like my sinking fund so that I can use it during times where it's time to have fun, I guess.
Wait, isn't fun like paying off your debt?
I mean, it's not very fun. But,
I get that you're using it as a sinking fund. I actually think that's really smart, especially when you have irregular income.
in the industries that I work in, it's very much economy based. I made $2,000 a month, but that's not necessarily the case. Like the past 2 months, I might have made like $1,300 or $1,200.
What do you do when you make $1,300 instead of $2,000?
I kind of just figure it out. I don't have plans in place or anything like that. I make the money and then I put a certain amount where I know it has to go, and then I'm left with the rest. If it's $200 that month, I might spend it on myself. I might go out to eat or go see a movie or go out with friends, whatever.
See, what am I? Help me fix this white boy, right?
Okay. Taylor, as you're hearing this, what are you feeling right now?
I feel frustrated right now. I'm just upset, kind of like a little hopeless. But sometimes when I hear him talk, I'm like, I don't understand how that doesn't just get you raging.
And she's not married to the guy, okay? That's her boyfriend. They're not married. He ain't married her yet. And she doing all that.
Anxiety all the time, but also the things that he does with the money, the actions also just like not what I would do, not what I have done in the past. Because there was a time before I was making $268,000.
Let's look at the final numbers here, and then I want to understand more about your relationships with money. According to this, you have 45% of money going to guilt-free spending. Now, we all know that's not happening, right? You're not spending $5,600 a month on guilt-free spending. True or false?
True.
Okay. So, like, where's the money going? Seems like it's just going to savings.
Yeah, it's being hoarded.
Oh, what was that word?
Hoarded.
Okay.
Being hoarded.
I've been spending a lot more time.
In other words, I can't have fun with your money. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, we're at an hour. Okay, I heard that. Yana Van Zant, fix my white boy. That would probably be a good show for her. Yeah, she's a trick. Yes, she's a trick. But a black man can't get 100 of support that she get. Yeah, that's why when I said rules for you, but not for him. Rules for you, but not for him. That's why I put it that way. Okay? I was serious, right? When I saw this is the capper because this is on the record. This is not hearsay. It's not what I heard, blah, blah, blah. They're here with their stats in front of them, right? Okay? So you guys mark this, save this, and when these chicks come up, y'all send them the link, okay? You might have to cut this up in shorts. I think I will, okay? Yeah, but she's taking care of him. Why would he marry her? Why would he marry her? He's getting what he wants. And if she dumps him, he'll get a job and find a nice little white girl and have white babies. She makes 192%. She makes almost 2,000% more than him. A black guy couldn't get away with making 25% of what she made without getting caught. Without getting caught, you can't even go. You can't even make the same. Okay. Now I do a whole clip on this. I mean, you cannot make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. They can't. This one you can't. They can't get around this one, man. My bad for my comment early. Pookies don't work for UPS. That's a productive, good black man. Yeah. Oh, ex-Pookies work for UPS though. When they get tired of being Pookies. What thing is, as long as he can milk my black woman, he probably entertaining Becky's behind her back. I wouldn't be surprised. White tees have cracked the code. The white tees are finally saying that accepting the gratitude from black women have finally made enough to actually earn their white man. Okay. Now they can buy their white man. But she wouldn't date a bus driver. Yep. 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 She probably won't marry him. But the thing is, he doesn't have to. He doesn't care about her marrying him. Her. If he proposed, she would still end up paying for the engagement rings or whatever. She paid for the whole wedding and invite everybody, right? Because she wants to show off her white man. Can you zoom in on Taylor's angry face, breast, angry face? She's frustrated because she's embarrassed, really. That's more embarrassment. She's not really frustrated. She's embarrassed, okay? Because they know black men actually gonna go in on her for supporting this white guy, right? In public. Anyhow, y'all. Closing thoughts, and we're gonna get out of here. Why would he? Is she? As she said, he literally has no skin in the game. Yep, he doesn't. Why would he? By the way, white dudes are doing the same thing to Asian women. BGS, you have to pay for mediocre white men in America. You do. Oh, you cannot make this shit up. You really can't. But the thing is, but black men have to pay full price, okay, more than full price, okay? Black men can't get a discount, okay? Black men can't get a break, okay? You have to pay full price plus, okay? A black woman will pay for a coffee date with a white man. But you can't even take a black chick to a coffee date. You can't. I mean, with this one, man, they can't get around this. I forget who sent this to me, but they cannot get around. They can't get away from this one. Okay. Oh, y'all ain't shit. She'd be carrying him over the threshold. Y'all ain't shit. Okay. She's rubbing that broke South Park era feet every day. Martin Muhammad says I can see him out with his buddies on the cigar lounge and his hat backwards, holding up a lazy Rockefeller sign singing, "I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know." You guys are not shit. You guys are not shit. What I'm saying is, the thing is, it's not made up. This is not a TikTok. This is not a Instagram. It's not a fake video. This is real, okay? They're showing you the numbers, okay? She's embarrassed, okay? She's embarrassed, okay? It's so embarrassing, okay? Black men have to pay full freight for 1/10 of the cargo. That's some bullshit. I heard that. Anyhow, like I said, we could really do this all day, man. We keep playing this. The more we play it, the bigger the hole gets. Okay. She is a baddie. Okay, with her. Let's go back and look at her. Okay. For most black men, okay, even with the septum ring, okay, you look at her hair, okay. I don't know if she's mixed or not, but if you look at her hair, you look at her features, okay, she would be a catch for most black men, okay. Most black men would love to spoil her, right? Okay, most of them, right? Get rid of the septum ring, okay. Dress her up a little bit because she got the trifecta, except for she got the hair, she got the skin, okay. She's not overweight, okay. She's about I would say about a 6-ish, maybe a 7, okay. Pretty girl, okay. Pretty girl. Most black guys would take her in a heartbeat, okay. But the thing is, if she dating a black man, he had to be making $500,000. Anyhow, and she got with a bartender, okay. And when she moved to Knoxville, of course he moved right behind her, okay? As a meal ticket. Anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. I will see you guys. Tomorrow. Let me check for a Cash App just in case. No more? Okay, that's cool. It's cool. Thank you, TD Tellum, for the for the Cash App. Very generous. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, she about a 6, okay? Anyway. Oh no, that's tomorrow. I may be doing a AMA tonight, depending on how I feel, and an open panel. So look for that. If it's gonna happen, it'll be right around 7 or 7:30. Okay? Because Art's not in. I don't think Art's on tonight. If Art's on tonight, then I won't. I have to make sure that Art's not on tonight. If he's not on tonight, I'll probably be doing an AMA and a open panel. Look for that. Okay? I said dump her in the trash like Morris Day the time. Yeah, I mean she's already went white, man. She's already been corrupted, so she ain't gonna do nothing but give you hell. Like I said, ain't no reach back. Okay. She does look like Shay Sharday a little. Okay, a little bit. She looks like a lighter skinned Shay Sharday. Yep. Take the night off, BGS. I can't take no more. He does look like Kyle from South Park. He really does. Okay. But guess what? They love Kyle, but they killed Kenny. Yeah, she got some demon seed in her. Okay. Anyhow, y'all, let me get out of here. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate you guys being on. And I did this for you guys because I know you guys. I don't know how many people laughed. If you put a 1 in if you laughed at this, okay? Before we go, do a little poll. If you laughed, put a 1 in. If you got mad, put a 2 in. I want to see. Everybody, okay, I got a lot of 1s. You killed Pookie. Hey, we got to have that one done, man. You killed Pookie, you bastard. 1 and 2? Okay. At 3, I was flabbergasted. I mean, this is what they call a smoking gun. This is the smoking gun, okay? This is a smoking gun. Even a white woman would not tolerate this. A white woman would not tolerate this from a white man. She would not. She would not. She would not tolerate this from a white man. A white woman, his own woman, would not tolerate this. Only Keisha would do this for him. 1, 2, and 3. The small hat is Kyle? Okay. but they killed Pookie, you bastard. I wish I get that sound bite. You killed Pookie. I knew it wasn't Kenny. I don't know what Kenny is. I don't know about Kenny. Is Kenny white? His skin is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, BGS. I heard that. Theo, what's up? So 600K salary, save 4K a month, over $1 million in IRA, 401K. Yet there are rules for Mookie. That's why I train passport bros. Yep. Wow, you went out with a bang tonight. It's insane. This does make me laugh despite the sad reality. I was going to do a video on transactional, okay, because Louis sent me something about a transactional relationship in these dating times. I will, and I found something from my MGTOW channel. Okay, I'll do that on Monday. Okay, but this I couldn't resist this one. This one was too good, man. But it's sitting right there in your lap. Okay, it's in your lap. Okay. All right, Del Quavius. Okay, that's why I gave you a chance, man. I didn't block you. Anyhow, y'all, let me get out of here, and I will see you guys. Kwanzaa Honorable Brother David Carroll, white skin, covers the multiple skin. Rest in peace, OG David Carroll. Okay, rest in peace, OG. He was right, though. I mean, David Carroll would have had a field day with this video, man. He'd have had an 8-hour live stream with just this video, okay? Breaking it down. 8 hours, okay? No Keisha Waffle House in Brazil. Y'all going in. All right, good people. Let me get out of here. I will see you guys later.
And with that, I just have 2 more words to say. Obama out.
Muzyka Denis Siedem.